Hey everybody, welcome to Buzzing About Romance. I am Becky, and joining us for this episode is Amanda. Hi Amanda.
Hello.
And Heather. Hi Heather.
Hello.
And Lindsey. Hi Lindsey.
Hello.
And I popped my bees, and I'll get yelled at for popping my bees again. I can't help it. I don't know. It's a thing for me. Anyway, happy Wednesday everybody to day 6,782 of this week of April. I don't know if it's the wonky weather. Again, I know we're talking about the weather, but literally today, Jenny drove home from her hair appointment.
Right.
In a tornado. And we had like 2 inches of rain come down in like 15 minutes. Like it just, and
Wow.
there wasn't even anything on the radar. It just dumped rain.
Interesting.
It's a mess.
So wonky. But it just, this week feels long. So how's everyone else's week going?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having all the pollen and the hay fever and like the fun stuff. I can hear myself whistling through my nose as we sit here.
I'm getting,
great.
the weather's turning warm, so I'm getting very anxious to put the garden in. But I know I have to wait till at least the first weekend in May because, you know, still chance of frost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm really antsy. I have to get new. I'm pretty sure Stanley has eaten the blackberry and raspberry bushes I planted last year.
Oh no.
Because he likes to eat sticks, and they're like willowy sticks hanging off of, you know. Anyway, because there's no leaves coming back on those things.
Oh no.
So,
Oh, Stacy thought that it was Thursday.
sorry, Stacy.
My colleague came into work on Monday and he said to somebody, "Well, thank God it's Friday." And they're like, "Hey, actually bad news for you, it's Monday." And he's like, "No way." I was like, "That's not a really great start to the week if you
It
thought
was
it was already
really far
Friday,
I think
off.
it's
Monday."
a Monday.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Guys.
Not even close.
No.
Heather, how many more
sorry.
weeks of school?
I think we're down to like 36 days.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Are you guys out earlier this year, like the first week in June?
Well, the kids' last day is like that 6th or whatever. We go back on that Monday.
Okay.
And then we leave that Wednesday. We're going back down to Lexington for knockout.
Oh, are you going back to Knockout?
Yeah. But yes.
Fun. Well, this year it's in Lexington and not Louisville.
I know. We've never been there. I've never been there.
Fun.
That'll be fun.
What authors are signing at that one?
Well, I really wanted to see Kennedy Mitchell and she backed out. So
Eek.
But Dr. Rebecca Sharp is there. I really like her. I don't know. I haven't even looked, you guys, because then the following week is Belle, like the signing in Minneapolis.
Oh, do you have tickets for that one?
Of course I do, because like why not?
Of course, why not?
Because I overcommit myself all the time.
It's okay. I'm only doing small local signings this year.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about SAS in Richmond because both Bill and Sawyer will be signing there, but I don't know. It's the weekend before Pages of Glass in Toledo. And I'm just like, that's like, we're buzzing about romance because you guys might not know this. We're we're the main sponsor of Pages of Glass.
Yeah, that's going to have to be a lot back to back.
So it's kind of a lot. And Richmond is not just a easy little jaunt down the road. So anyway, so probably not going to make that one, but just local. We have Lit on the Lawn here in Findlay. And I think I have talked Jack and Jacinda Wilder into coming.
Oh, fun.
That would be fun.
They only live like 90 minutes north of me in 2A. Like, come on, people. Come spend a Saturday with me. I'll make snacks.
They're having like a huge book fair this weekend at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds.
Oh, is this the brewery one that you did last year?
Well, they did it at the State Fairgrounds this summer, and it was like insane. Like they had thousands and thousands. Well, then they are redoing it. Like Kate DiCamillo is going to be there, and I love her. And my kids loved Mercy Watson.
What's the mouse that she wrote?
Yes, Tulane or something. And then the author who wrote Ella Enchanted is going to be there. So they have like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
tickets are like $12, but I also don't love people that much. Like that's a lot
Yeah.
of humans.
It's a lot of humans, but that sounds amazing. You know what?
Mhm.
So here in Findlay, we have the University of Findlay has a museum called the Mazza Museum, and it's the largest collection of illustrated picture book art.
Oh, nice.
And they have tons of like Richard Scarry, Sid Hoff, Stephen Kellogg gave his
Mhm.
entire illustration collection. Weird fact, Stephen Kellogg, he gave the executive power over all of his books and all of his illustrations to Anthony Edwards, the guy from ER,
Oh,
Oh,
right?
interesting.
Right?
weird. Yeah,
So
interesting.
Anthony Edwards, on behalf of Stephen Kellogg, donated the entirety of his illustration collection to the museum,
Stephen Kellogg is such a talented author. I mean,
right? So it's actually a larger collection than what is at the Eric Carlisle Museum up in Boston, the
that is
collection
so
here.
cool.
So it's
If
really cool.
if anyone has, if you really want to see a really amazing illustrated children's book, you should really look at Jan Brett.
Yes, I've
She
met
is,
her because she
oh my God,
comes. So every fall, the Mazza
that's a
Museum
dream of mine.
has a symposium. Like it's a weekend long. They invite all these illustrators and authors of children's picture books to come in, and then they have like it's a great way for for teachers to get their continuing ed credits. It counts toward your continuing ed. And so they come in and they bring all the illustrators. There's a whole wall where the illustrators draw and sign their names on it. It's so cool.
Oh,
But
I'm jealous because she is, oh my God, so
yes.
talented.
Um those books are
Oh,
beautiful.
Susie. Yes. Oh,
Anyway.
the borders are gorgeous. Anyway, I
Anyway,
digress.
okay, so we've talked about children's books, we've talked about the weather. Um we are on topic tonight. Okay, so for this book, I think I came to you, Amanda, and I said, hey, I don't know what to pick. And you're like, let's do something we love.
Yeah.
And I think it was a Thursday because this author does Thump Trump Thursdays where she like
She
trolls
does.
Republicans and trashes them for being
I
supporter
love
of
her
his.
so much.
So if you're not on
She's
Threads,
amazing.
go on Threads and follow Mary Kay Andrews because
Yes.
hoot, 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 hoot.
Yeah, and she's always out doing like, antique finds and posting about them and, buying like old swimsuits and having bets with her husband and making him dance if he loses. It's a good time. She's just a good time over there.
She's a delight. So I think that I was like, I gave a couple and you're like, yeah, let's do Mary Kay Andrews. And we went looking and a couple of her backlist books were in Kindle Unlimited.
Yep.
Perfect time. Because I don't know how
Okay.
long they'll stay.
Yeah.
So we picked a couple different. My favorite Mary Kay Andrews, even after reading this one, is Hissy Fit. That is, or no, not Hissy Fit, Fixer Upper. I love Hissy Fit. Fixer Upper is my favorite because that girl is a hot mess.
It's really good. I mean, she always has like kind of like a hot mess somehow in all of her books, but I think Savannah Blues is still my
Is
favorite to
still
this
your
day. I
favorite?
love a lot of them, but that one's like, I think that was my first by her, and I was like, oh, I love this.
My mom was a huge Mary Kay Andrews fan, and I believe that, like, we were reading the Stephanie Plum books.
Ivanovich,
Yeah,
yeah.
Janet
Mhm.
Oh,
Ivanovich.
Janet Ivanovich, yeah.
And
Sorry,
this
I
was
mixed together.
like,
Mhm.
this was recommended if you like that, try these.
I
So I,
think that's how I read them too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this might be an author that you're like, oh, I read those when I was in my young 20s or early 30s. Or you might, if you're younger, you might be like, I think my mom reads Mary Kay Andrews, and she just
Yeah.
might. But I find her
Mhm.
voice to be ageless.
Yeah, I used to read her, and I love her. She's a riot.
She's a riot.
Mhm.
Lindsay, was this your first Mary Kay Andrews?
I think probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Your mom's probably read them. Just saying,
Maybe.
because you're the baby, so it's fine. Okay, so who wants to do all the details before we get started to talk about spring fever?
I can.
Okay, Heather.
Okay, so the title, Spring Fever, Mary Kay Andrews. The release date was June 5th, 2012. Tropes and themes, second chance romance, exes to lovers, small town southern fiction, interrupted wedding, family business drama, small town secrets, slow emotional reunion, spring read vibes. It's third person, multi point of view, feel with strong focus on Mary or Anna Jane and Mason. The audio narrator is Kathleen
McInerney.
McInerney. It's a Macmillan audio. It's traditionally published wide library friendly backlist, but this one's currently in Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah.
There's some in Kobo too, I looked, but the library has a bunch.
Yeah.
Content triggered warnings, medical emergency involving a child, appendicitis, emotional and infidelity vibes, manipulation of side characters, and family pressure.
Yeah. So at the heart of Spring Fever, it's about what happens when life offers you a do-over. And I think that's the perfect book for spring, don't you think? Because it's new birth, it's new time, it's the chance to do things over again. So Anna Jane Hudgens believes she's fully moved on from her ex-husband, Mason. She's engaged, emotionally settled, and ready to leave Hideaway Lake behind. And the way that Mary Kay Andrews does Small Town, I think that the way she does small town rom-com is probably top tier. Do you know what I mean? And I wonder
100%.
if she might have inspired people like Lucy Score Small Towns. Because they're similar in vibes.
Okay, but
okay.
She casts a very wide net with her plot. And she wraps it all up in a really satisfying way. And a lot of them, when they start casting a wide net, they leave loose ends. And she did not.
Mary Kay, she does not.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I think that's
still
why
laughing.
she's top tier.
Yeah. It was really enjoyable read. I really loved the drama. I loved the tea. I just felt like I was sitting there sipping tea the whole time.
At the Pine Cone Lodge Motel,
Right?
while we're sitting there
Oh my
with those two
gosh,
guys,
I feel like I love
drinking their
that
muffin.
the
Oh
most.
no, they're like martinis. Okay, so the thing that wasn't in the blurb part. This is a chunky book. This is 432 pages, and I think we looked at the audio, and it was
15 and a half hours.
15 hours. Over
It didn't
15 hours.
feel that long, but
no.
It didn't. I didn't even realize it was that long when I listened to it, which means I probably played 10 hours of Animal Crossing on Saturday while I listened to this. So there's that. Yeah, it didn't feel long. And the way she writes, because I think, Heather, you said in the group chat, she just paints such a picture. But it doesn't feel overtly descriptive just to have words on the page.
no, and she really sets the scene. So there's a scene where Anna Jane and Mason are at this restaurant, and Anna Jane talked about how she had been there before and she didn't like it, and there were some atmosphere things. But then she mentioned there was a single candle lit on the table and how it lit Mason's face. That just was you could just picture it. And
everything has a purpose. It's not there just to word vomit on the page. Every single thing has a purpose.
And one of the things that I think sometimes can come across in a second chance rom-com, they can feel chaotic.
Yeah.
And you're not, because kind of like what Lindsey said, it's a wide net and things don't always make sense that are happening. But with this book, it just felt loving and mature instead of chaotic. There was never a moment that I was like, huh, what are we doing here?
But okay, there's certain scenes though, with Pokey. I really loved Pokey. I feel like every person needs a BFF like Pokey, because she is just in the thick of it. She's I'm gonna she was I'm gonna try and get y'all back together because this is a mistake. Gosh, she's so fun. But yeah, it's all the little, I guess you can call them side quest scenes. They give you an idea of what's happening behind the main plot with just Anna, Jane, and Mason, but they add depth to the story. And in a way that you don't always get with dual point of view, because it would like pivot to other characters, like in kind of like tertiary scenes. And it'd be like at first, like, what's the point of this? And then it gives you like a morsel of context that really help enriches the plot as the story progresses. And I really, really enjoyed that.
All of the characters are dynamic in their own way.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Stacy says it felt long to her because she didn't really vibe with the characters. And I can understand that. I can, when you don't vibe with the characters, a book will feel long. Even if it's only 200 pages, you're still like dragging through it. And I think that that's really valid. I think that with Mary Kay Andrews, I don't know that it helps that it's in third person for not vibing with the characters.
Right.
So I think that that can sometimes, but I know Stacy reads in third person, so I don't think that was the issue for her. But so I get that it felt long because she wasn't necessarily connecting to any of the characters, but I don't know. That second, I would be curious to know if any of the secondary characters she connected with. Like maybe not the main characters, but the secondary, because I was invested in all of them. I thought they were, these personalities were delicious. Like, I want to go to this town. I want to go to the Pinecone Lodge. I would really like a mug.
Right.
The Pinecone Lodge Motel.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that, like, I think about Glenn, right? So Glenn is the dad and he died. And he is a character, so we don't actually meet him, but we know him because of everyone else. And he's a character you want to hate, but you actually like. And you don't want to like him because he cheats, but then he also does all these really great, like, you know what I mean? She kind of, it's a dichotomy a little bit.
Yeah. She has a way of doing that in her books, though. She'll make a character oftentimes that you think is going to be the villain and you hate them and you're like, and it ends up they are not the villain.
Yeah. And she does that really well because there's always some kind of secret, whether it's, it can be like a whole town secret. It can be the family secret. It can be one person's secret. There's always some kind of secret woven in. And I think she always does that really well in kind of making you see multiple sides of people as she reveals these secrets.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I did think the Quickie Soda storyline gave the romance real stakes. Like
it's cheer wine.
Like the second chance romance, sometimes it can feel like, what's the purpose here? Like it didn't work. Why are we coming back? But with that storyline kind of woven into it, it makes it feel tangible. Like things are at risk here. Felt like one of it. So Stacy says it just felt like one of those everybody sucks. I like Sophie and Shane. It felt like how I imagined soaps are, and someone who's never seen them. Okay, that's fair.
I loved that about it. I immediately was like, oh, this is like a soap opera. And I was like, yes, I'm here for it. I was really surprised because when I saw how long this book was, I was like, am I even going to read this? I was like, well, I said yes, and I want to do the sip and discuss because I'm available. So I was like, I'm going to read it. And I was like, immediately, like, you guys had talked last week about how you were immediately hooked in and enjoying it. And I was like, immediately hooked in and enjoying it. And it's beefy. Like, you guys know my role. Like, if it's over 400 pages, I'm like, no. If it's contemporary, no. It's no. Like, there's no reason for that. No, I really enjoyed this, and I will completely forgive how long the book was because I loved the tea so much. It read like a TV show to me.
Yeah.
Well, and and the way she writes, it's vivid enough where you can picture it in your mind.
It would translate so well to TV. I was like, why are her books not TV shows? Like, I would probably be a Netflix subscriber.
You know what? If we think about it, though, her books are probably very much like that Dylan Allen book that we read, The Legacy.
Yeah, just with
the soapiness.
Dylan doesn't have the rom-com part of it.
But hers is more serious.
Very saga-ish.
Yeah.
Or even those Sunithia Williams books.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And you're right. It's that soapy drama, which, again, I'm watching The Pit. I'm engaged. It's a soapy drama. I mean, I watched Shrinking, Soapy
This would be
Drama.
pulling all of Mary Kay Andrews' books would be like if you what the hell was that?
She just made
I
love the
fireworks.
fireworks.
Wow. So if like we all like stayed at the Pinecone Lodge Motel, right? And we all sat in those cute little porches and those guys, oh my God, the guys were amazing.
Yeah.
They're like, you should hear about these people that came through and the drama that's happening at their town. And then like every week we go to a different town. Like
Yeah.
that'd be so fun.
So
Yeah.
fun. Nope.
This also is not spicy. So this is a really great, like if you're kind of not, like over spice.
Well,
Yeah.
so this is actually, so reading this is when we say upmarket fiction. This is upmarket fiction. It bends the genre of romance into literary fiction, category fiction, sometimes referred to as women's fiction.
Yep.
But we're trying to go, publishing as a whole is trying to go away from the moniker of women's fiction, instead calling it upmarket fiction. So, because then that way they can like blend things like a thriller with a romance, like Geneva Rose or Frida McFadden. So instead of just saying it's a domestic thriller, it does have a little bit of a romantic through line to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mary Kay Andrews leans heavier into the romance side than just into the fiction side.
I agree. Yeah.
But you know what? I don't mind that her books are without spice.
No, I agree.
Lindsay, you read 2 books last week that were no spice.
Didn't bother me.
Didn't bother you.
Can we talk about how terrible Celia is? I mean,
Yeah.
she's awful. Like
Celia?
I hated her.
Mhm.
Celia.
Awful. So
She's the worst.
manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think to kind of circle back around to Stacy's point is like that like Celia is terrible. But then you have like on the counter side, like Sophie is engaged to Shane, who seems like a lovely human. And so like I got that part. I get where she maybe is like she didn't like that. I mean, because I have problems there as well. I didn't love that she and, Mason were kind of kissing and almost practically hooking up in the field when she's still engaged to Shane. So I get Stacy's kind of point there about, it was like, but it all eventually works out. But yeah, I think of if anything, like I felt really bad for Shane.
But they have a very big, like, I get that. Like, I felt like their loose end was very significant, like between the two of them. Like once you get the details about their divorce and like how basically like she assumed he was cheating, his dad dies, like they never have a conversation about it. Like those are big life events that kind of like clouded their ability to handle that in any kind of substantial way. And then it just like they ended on such a, I don't know, I just felt like it was such a big.
Their divorce seemed immature in the sense that they were too young.
And they were very young, yeah.
Yeah, I did like how at the end they talk about that. Like how they talk about how even if that hadn't happened, they were, because of their maturity, they probably wouldn't have still been together. Not an excuse for like the cheating or circumstances around that, but like also why did it take him so long to break up with Celia?
Yeah, I don't know. He just felt very just like compelled to do whatever she said. It just seemed very circumstantial. He was just like, oh, well, I guess I'm just gonna do this. And like, then that whole description of his face when she's walking down the aisle. And I'm just like, oh, you can obviously tell this is not what, this is not where he's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know.
Like Mason was so driven to be the perfect son and to live up to the man people thought his dad was, but his dad wasn't that. And so he was so wanted to be the best, like, and he sacrificed himself. And I think Mary Kay Andrews also highlighted that in the sense where Anna Jane noticed how much weight he lost, how his face, like just how his life just wore on him almost.
Yeah.
I do like how Anna Jane handled the car makeout session, how like she immediately is like taking the day off work and going to
I did appreciate that
with Shane, and she doesn't leave it hanging. Like she doesn't try to circumvent it. She's just immediately accountable for what she did, and then she kind of uses it as an opportunity to force herself to really look at how she feels about things, which is refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how forthcoming she was.
Yeah. Did
It
the
was also
five
so
year
juicy.
separation? Go ahead.
It was also so juicy because, like,
So what
if
Lindsay's saying is she would be the town gossip or the town
Yeah.
gossip's best friend.
Yeah.
I'm
I'd be
always here
Pokey
for
in my
tea,
next
but I
life.
don't want
Oh, right.
drama. I don't want to. I love tea. I don't like tea if it's presented in a way that's talking mean about somebody behind their back.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know the facts. Just give me the facts straight. No
I
drama,
need to know what's
just
going
that.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pokey knew everything, right?
I
And
love
I love
her.
Pokey. She was the best, her nickname. And I love how everyone underestimated Pokey, like Sally, the mom, who was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Celia underestimated her. Davis underestimated her. And it's like Anna Jane and Mason knew, like, Pokey is not the girl to piss off.
And then
No,
Pete, her
I love
husband.
their love
I
story.
know Pete is
I
so
know.
awesome.
So
And their little
cute.
hooligans, and just that there was that whole scene where Anna Jane is spending the night at Pokey's house, and
Yeah.
Pokey's like, it was
Petey
just
crawls in bed with
so,
her. Yeah. It's so
and then he
funny.
wets the bed, and then Anna Jane is kicked out. Like, it was so real, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. The other thing I loved about their love story was like they talk about how Pokey got knocked up her senior year of college and he's like getting his master's degree, and that it just threw everyone for a loop that instead of finishing his master's degree, like he wanted to get
Mm-hmm.
married to her, like he committed, he like took over the family business. And it was just like, yes, show up for your girl.
And they're the wealthy ones in this whole scenario. Like
No,
they're the
she's like,
ones like,
Yeah.
you know,
she's
she's like, I've got enough money to buy you out, Davis. Like, don't you worry about it. Like,
and then she's like, he's like, I'll call your husband. She goes, why are you going to contact Pete? He doesn't know what's happening. I know all the bills.
yeah,
Here, I'll just write you a check for $7 million. No problem.
yeah.
The mom was awful. Like,
Oh, she was
so
she was sucked.
Yeah. The mom was terrible.
Yeah.
She was terrible. But Mary Kay Andrews does a lot of terrible mothers. Like,
Oh.
She does. She really does,
and it
actually.
makes me question, like, is there a mother relationship we should know about Mary Kay? Like,
The Quixie soda. I think that's also cute. Like, it's this family business of like cherry soda, and I thought that was cute. It made me crave. I made a Dr. Pepper pie Justin found, like a southern.
well, as they were talking about the Quixie soda and stuff, it made me think of you and your small batch soda that you love to drink.
That I'm drinking tonight in honor of Quixie soda. I'm drinking my Lift Bridge black cherry soda.
Oh, fun. So fun. And to be honest, like, I don't know. I love this book. It felt cozy,
Mm-hmm.
nostalgic. The romance was quietly romantic, but you talk about like the candle and those moments. I think Mary Kay Andrews, something that she does that I try to like yell at clients and stuff constantly is the little moments,
Mm-hmm.
the single candle, the slight touches, those small intimate things. And Mary Kay Andrews does that and does it so well.
Yeah.
The other thing she did really well was like I think everybody kind of can relate to the characters and like how they're feeling because a lot of what they go through or like what I related to I'll say is that a lot of characters like what they go through in this story like with the do-over situation is like they are correcting a regret that they both are struggling with individually. And I think like even if you don't have like a romantic regret situation, I think like it's a natural part of life that made it like really easy to kind of understand why it's so messy or like why they let things get so messy between
Yeah.
themselves in the story. Because I loved how messy it was. I was really surprised about this.
I think, sometimes things get too messy for me, and there's like a sweet spot for me on how messy it can get. Like, I like things that get a little messy, and sometimes it's too much. But Mary Kay Andrews is one of those ones where she always does mess in the way that I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Like I don't ever feel like it's so chaotic that I can't connect or that I can't like figure out what's happening or feel something for the characters. But yeah, it's like the perfect amount of
And her
mess.
messy isn't overwhelming
Yeah,
either
that's
or
the better
feels
word. Yeah.
so insurmountable that like who the freak, whatever, because it made me think of The Story of My Life by Lucy Score. The heroine in that book is a flippin' mess, and the town is a mess, and it's like just mess piled upon mess piled upon mess, and I'm just like, I mean, the story was good. I enjoyed it. I was rooting for the HEA on that one, but at some point, they don't need to be messy anymore. Relationships are messy enough without adding all the external mess.
Yeah, I think there has to be some good in with the mess. And so, like, in this, you have this crazy, like, former relationship. They're both in other relationships. The whole, mess with his dad, and, Sophie being, his sister and not really his daughter. Like all of that is very messy. But on the other side, like, you also have the good stuff. You have like Pokey and Anna Jane's friendship. Like, you have, like, he has that good part of his family, even though his brother and his mom are like these other messy people. But I think she balances some moment of good in with all of the messy, crazy stuff every time.
I like how she resolved their conflict too, because like she didn't just like Anna Jane very much chose herself over and over again. Like she didn't just like, oh, you made a grand gesture, or like you offered me a breadcrumb, let me fall at, you know, your
Your
feet,
feet.
and like we're in love and everything's perfect. Like no, like she, like the way that she handled it, like she was very much aware of like what she wanted. Like she didn't compromise herself in any kind of way as it moved forward. Like when she did, she meet like the going back to like the kissing scene, like how she immediately addresses it with Shane. Like I just had so much respect for her as a heroine, because like so often we get these heroines where like they're given breadcrumbs and then they're just like, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I had to stop at a couple points, or the first time they used the word the internet. I looked it up on the internet and I was like, what year was this published? And then, but it was,
2012.
yeah. And so then but I think it was like somebody else, and they were like, the internet. And I was like, is this? It was like,
Okay, wait.
I just picture some granny like pulling out her old little Dell laptop and like blowing it off, and then, the AOL.
I still say the internet's like, I actually was talking to the kids the other day and I said, look it up on the World Wide Web. And they were
Yeah,
both
our
like,
Wi-Fi is actually named the internet.
what's called the internet?
Our Wi-Fi,
Your wife.
Nice.
it's called the internet.
Yeah, it was cute. She does a great small town. Like,
She does.
a small town should make you want to live there, where you're like, can I pack my bags and buy Cherry Hill and hang out there? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But she also writes a southern small town that feels warm and accepting and loving. And as I was reading this, I thought of that Kay Bromberg, that Twisted book, that's that trilogy that she wrote. Now, hers is not a rom-com, but it's a southern small town. It involved like a soda company. And that town did not feel warm, welcoming, or inviting. Like the people in it were just messy. It reminded me of the TV show. Shoot, what was it called? Not Scandal. Hold on, I have to look it up. It was on ABC on Thursday nights. I can see the blonde woman that was on it. Anyway,
It did feel warm.
but yeah. It felt super warm, and I don't know, I just really loved it.
I think I've discovered that that's a thing for me. Like, if you're gonna do small town and I hate the small town and the people in it, then it's generally like a star knocked off, like right out the gate. Like I
Yeah.
can't, like, and I'm not gonna continue to read it either for the most part. I mean, there have been a few exceptions, but I don't like to stay in a small town if I don't enjoy it.
Well, and it was clear that even the people that loved, so like Pokey's like, I'm not going to let this small town, like, I love this small town.
Yeah.
And Anna Jane, even though she was supposed to go to Atlanta, it was like clear that it was like there was this pull to Pasco that she didn't want to give it up, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and especially with Quixie being so tied in, like the major employer, like,
Mhm.
one of the major businesses doing business with other small businesses, you know, it would be a major blow. And I think that's another part of it too, is like you want this like company to succeed just as much as you want these people to succeed, because it's all tied in with the small town. So that definitely gave bigger stakes for me.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree.
One of my favorite things about this book that I learned was the yard baby term.
Oh yeah.
I never heard that either.
I
No,
never heard that either, but I loved it.
definitely a Southern thing.
Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah.
I hadn't heard it in a long time.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
been a
God.
minute, but yeah.
Okay, will you explain what a yard baby is in case people didn't read it?
Yes, so in the book, there's a scene like after Celia tells Mason that he's pregnant and he's like, I'm not going to get married. And his mom is like, you can't have 2 yard babies. You already had 1 yard baby. And it's a term used to reference a child born out of wedlock, which I did not realize there was a special term for that. And also, I don't know why it's called a yard baby. It makes no sense.
I'll think of the show. I can't find it. I'll think of the show and I'll post it once I think of it. I'm like, I can see the TV, like the TV poster for it. She was wearing a red dress. She's anyway.
Is it I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. Give me
like
2
there's
seconds.
a yacht
Part
involved.
of Dixie?
No, it's got Emily Van Camp in it.
Yes.
What is it called? Revenge.
See, I knew it was a single word. Anyway.
I literally never heard this term before, and I was just like,
oh, yard baby?
Yeah.
No, me neither.
I haven't heard in a very long time. Like, it would have been something.
My dog, my yard baby, because we got her before we were married. So,
yeah, there you go.
From now forward, your dog is your
Oh my
yard
God,
baby.
that's so funny.
She's also a yard baby because she loves the yard, but also.
I had not heard that. And maybe it's also like maybe where it's probably got to be the Bible Belt, right? Like it's so frowned upon.
It's a very Tennessee, like Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia,
Georgia, North, South Carolina.
Yeah, like it's
even more so. Yeah.
I mean, my mother's family would have said it. My parents wouldn't have, but I had heard my grandmother say it.
It would definitely be
older
generations. Yeah.
That yard baby or born on the wrong side of the blanket. And I used to think like literally there was a wrong side of the blanket. Like I remember being like 8 and saying to my mom, when I have a baby, I want to make sure it's with the right side of the blanket. Can you show me the right side of the blanket? I was so dumb, you guys.
Oh my God.
So dumb.
So we have
you don't know that at 8.
We have friends that had their son before they were born. Or before they were
married. I know.
Yeah, before they were married, sorry. And Owen came home one day and he was like crying and he was like, Mom, Carter got to go to his mom and dad's wedding. I can't believe he didn't. And our friend is like, Owen, your parents did it the right way. You're not actually supposed to go to your parents' wedding.
That's so funny.
I'm like, sorry, dude.
Sorry, we screwed that up, buddy. Okay, let's do thumbs up, thumbs down, and then we can talk about some books that are similar to this. Lindsey, thumbs up, thumbs down on Spring Fever by Mary Kay Andrews.
Thumbs up.
Heather, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
Amanda, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up for me. I was so glad to read this. It makes me want to go back and read more that I've missed in her backs list.
Yeah.
She always has a really great summer beach type read that comes out. And I think she has a Highland one that like they go on a road trip through the Highlands.
There's a new one coming. Mary Kay Andrews' Road Trip comes out soon.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
And there's sheep on the cover. It's like a really cute.
I think that's the one you're talking about. It's coming out in June 2nd.
Yeah. She always, I think that is where I've always placed her, kind of that summer read.
Yeah.
You know, just
because the Christmas ones too.
She does. She does. And honestly, if you haven't read Savannah Blues,
I love it. That's my favorite. Like I read that book until it fell apart.
Those women are messy though. You want to talk about best friends?
Yeah.
That really get into it and they
both
their
get their own book. So it's like and they both get their own book. So you get like Savannah Blues and Savannah Breeze. So you get like the friendship in 2 books. It's amazing.
There's a Christmas one.
Right.
Did you know that?
Yeah, it's kind of an extra
Yeah.
novella. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 of Christmas ones. It says they're steamy.
I think those are a little, I
Tho-
mean, more steamy than her current ones, but still
Yeah.
not quite, they're not quite as steamy as we normally read.
Amanda,
Okay.
wouldn't you say that kind of like the early Mary Kay Andrews are like the early Nora Roberts?
Yes.
More steam. I think they both came
Yeah.
out of categories, so there was more
Yeah.
steam. And as they've continued on writing, they've gone more to the fade to black. I think you could say the same about Nora Roberts too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or
Yeah,
not
and I
Nora
think
Roberts, but Jude Devereaux.
they're similar. I think they're similar in age
Yeah.
too. So,
Yeah.
kind of just as their writing has evolved and stuff. And I think I read somewhere Mary Kay used to write under another name too. So I don't know if she has older, maybe like you said, category or whatever, maybe spicier. But yeah, I definitely think Savannah Blues and Savannah Breeze are a lot steamier than her current ones.
Well, and even Hissy Fit, Fixer Upper, there was an open door scene in
Oh
Fixer
yeah,
Upper.
that's right.
So she does have some steamier scenes in her books. I just think as she's, I think she's down to 1 book a year now that she writes.
I think so.
Kind of that.
Well, is she like a great grandma?
She's, I think she's in her 80s, yes, or
so.
She
late
looks good.
70s,
I'm not
early
saying
80s.
she doesn't look good.
Yeah.
She's a spitfire.
She lives down there on Tybee Island in Georgia. And I remember when the Paula Deen thing happened down in Tybee, Georgia.
Mhm.
She was very active on Twitter at the time and would be like, we are not all like that.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that woman. I was just like, okay, ma'am. Okay.
She's a hoot.
Just
Yes.
follow her on threads. So if people like this small town rom-com layered with humor and heart, what other books should they be checking out?
Well, her backlist.
Yeah, I mean, I had such a hard time because I think she occupies this like singular niche where she's just like she does it in a way that I had a hard time like trying to find a comp for something that I read all the time.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of was Wendy Wax, which I read a long time ago. It's similar vibes, like beachy, like her Tin Beach road series, but like that was the only thing I could really think of. And I'm sure there are others that are just not
So
like
one that came up for me was Emily Henry, and I am like, I'm sorry,
I
Emily
haven't read
Henry
Emily Henry,
is
so I
no
can't
Mary
even
Kay
say.
Andrews.
It's not the
No.
same. I've read a lot of her books because of book clubs and stuff. The only one I like is Funny Story.
Mhm.
But none of them read anything like this.
Okay, so Susan Mallory is a
Yeah.
little bit like her. I mean,
Yeah.
she does have some beachy stuff, a little bit of Susan Mallory has a good mix. And I enjoy her. She's got a lot of good summer beachy kind of
Mhm.
reads.
Oh, sidebar, Emily Henry's books also all give like sad nostalgic vibes. Like they're not happy reads.
Not rom-coms.
Like they're not
Mhm.
rom-coms at all. Like the covers may be rom-commy, but these are definitely like this was funny. Like there was a lot of situational humor and I felt like I hadn't really read anything.
Yeah, that
Like
was like I
this.
had a hard time.
Because it's not overdone humor. Like a Lucy Score, Megan Quinn, the humor is over the top. Even a Lauren Blakely, I do wonder as Lauren Blakely continues to write and find her success, and I do wonder if she will kind of make this evolution over like Mary Kay, like Nora Roberts. I think that an author like Lauren Blakely has that kind of longevity.
That's a good point.
And she writes the small town rom-coms. Right now, I think, though, she's kind of a little heavily focused on the over-the-top antics and doesn't always have balance.
I actually kind of felt like her writing style blended elements that are present in like thrillers and paranormal and brought them into contemporary.
Yeah,
Like
she has a really good suspense.
yeah, she's got really good suspense, but like some of the elements in like those stories is that like you get little snippets from like the quote unquote villain. And
Oh
like
yeah.
she gives you like little sneak peeks that move the plot forward from other characters. Whereas like you don't typically see that very much in contemporary. Usually that's more of like a thriller, suspense Like that's more common in those. And then the writing style where it gives you like that really vivid descriptive world building, like that's very much like paranormal fantasy type writing. And I think like that's probably why I liked it a lot, because like it took those elements and I've never seen them deployed this way before. So really big fan.
There's something
There-
magical about a Mary Kay Andrews. I'm just gonna
Yes.
say.
I also like that the focus wasn't necessarily just on Anna Jane and Mason's relationship. Like you can like their Pokey and Anna Jane's relationship and like almost like a girl gang kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
think Susan Mallory also has that girl gang.
And
We
sisters.
love
Brenda
yeah,
Novak.
like a sisterhood kind
Even
Oh,
of
Brenda
Brenda
Novak
Novak.
has a little bit of that,
Yeah.
although hers tend to have a little bit more of a suspense layer.
Yeah.
Versus, the rom-com layer, but that sisterhood, that strong friendship. And I was looking here online at the Mary Kay Andrews books, and hold on, which one was it? Because I thought, oh, yes, that one. I swear they tried to hide a body in that one, and they were not successful. Homewrecker.
Oh, which
Homewrecker.
one?
Homewrecker. That one, you talk about messy, you guys, like messy and a girl gang that,
Yeah.
like, I want to be in their girl gang, but I'm not doing crime with those ladies because they're
dumb.
They're
That was
so
a good
inept.
one.
They're
It was
so
so
inept.
good though.
It was so good. And Ladies Night Out is another one where you're like,
I don't think I read Ladies Night Out.
Ladies Night Out kind of reads like, did you
Go
ever
back.
read or watch the movie Game Night with Jason Bateman?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Mhm.
Ladies Night Out is kind of like
Oh, that'll be fun.
full of antics. Anyway. Okay. So that's a wrap on this episode. We hope you enjoyed our deep dive into Spring Fever by Mary Kay Andrews. Apparently this was just a Mary Kay Andrews fan club meeting tonight. We'll be back here Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the YouTube and then live in your feeds as soon as we're done. Heather, what are we talking about Sunday night?
We're going to do our quarterly check-in.
Somebody should write a script for that.
Am I supposed to do that, or
no,
are you going to do that?
I'm supposed to do that. Lindsay's like, no, we just coming in with our book recs and
Just call it unscripted.
okay. Lindsay's
But,
really
like, that's-
leaning into the unscriptedness.
Well, the
Like,
fans
talking
love
about,
it.
like,
I mean,
how many
I'm
books you've
assuming- I'm
read.
assuming.
Yeah.
Like how are readings going?
Yeah. If you're slumping, we're going to talk about your slump. If we're, if there's something we've read in this, in this last 12 weeks that we absolutely loved, we can talk about that. Part of my problem is half of what I'm reading isn't published yet. Like, it has not seen the light of day, does not have a release date, and I can't talk about it. It's really frippin' annoying because...
Or it's on Neck Alley.
Or it's
Did
on
you guys
Neck-
get that? I sent you guys that thing where you guys are like all about the Neck Alley, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
stop.
clean. I'm a week clean.
You're a week clean.
I am a week clean.
Nope.
No.
I'm not.
Amanda, how are you not a
Well,
week?
so I'm going to a signing with Veronica Roth in May.
Okay.
And the signing is 2 days after her book comes out, and I'm not going to be able to get it from the library in time to read it. So I
Fair.
emailed the publisher and asked for a copy.
Oh, is that why you
and-
asked me who do I message?
Yes.
And
Yes.
did they hook you up?
I don't know if she saw it or not, but I got it the next day.
Perfect.
So,
It probably
yeah.
was Giselle,
So-
probably totally. So
I was like, Giselle probably just said, okay, I'm not even going to respond to her. I'm just going to approve her
shout out to
request.
Giselle at Bramble, like Bramble and Tor. If there is a book we want, we message Giselle and
Yeah.
she's like, here you guys go. We are
Okay.
so
I may
grateful.
have to message you.
Okay. You
I
can,
need a book 3 in a series real bad.
well, it has to be on NetGalley for us to ask for it. Because I'm fairly certain Leah messaged her and said, hey, when does the next J.R. Ward book in that book that we read last?
The one that just came out.
Yeah, like in February. I think she's like, when can we expect book 2? I'm like, a year. She's
Yeah,
like,
right,
no.
at least.
I'm like, no, a year.
I think this one's actually Bloom. It's not Tor. I thought I didn't know
Oh.
what it was, but it's Bloom, so never mind.
It's okay. What book is it?
It's called The Wolf King by The Wolf Queen is book 3 by
Oh,
Lauren Palfreyman, and I read the first 2, and I'm like, need.
I don't know that we
Why
have a
did I do
source
that?
book.
Or
Why do I
good.
do this? Why I know
We don't have-
I
I don't
have a
think we-
problem waiting for the story to resolve.
I don't think we have a source
And
hookup.
it's moving in the direction I want it to, and I'm like, I need to know if it ends the way I think it's going to, and it better, or I'm gonna be really writing some hate mail. And I'd just rather know now.
I don't know if I want to be a party of potential hate mail, Lindsay.
No, I'll just vent in my review.
There we go.
Oh, my
Okay.
goodness.
I don't think she's gonna do that. I think it would be really awful, but I think she set herself up to really make fans mad either way she goes with the story. But the way I think she's going with this story, I think there's only one clear good decision.
Okay.
And I'm
This
not
is why
spoiling
Lindsay
any-
should be in charge of the world.
No.
Okay, we are off next Wednesday, the 22nd. So we're going to be here Sunday. We're going to be off on the 22nd. And then we'll be back on Sunday, the 26th. So, and then the following week, we're reading the Morgan Elizabeth book.
Yes.
Okay. Which apparently I am to brace myself for the Taylor Swift references.
I haven't read it yet. I will, if I read it before you, I will let you know.
I'm going in with my eyes wide open, like wide open with it. So hopefully it will not annoy me.
And open-minded?
Open-minded, yeah. I'm actually interested in Morgan Elizabeth. You know, she seems really cute and really fun, and people really like her, and they talk about her books and her writing style. So I'm really intrigued. I'm interested in, as long as she doesn't call a city on the Great Lakes coastal, will be cool. Anyway, I said what I said.
I've read her. It's been a while.
I think you did
but I
a
read
Christmas
her
book
a while back when was
Oh.
it Cover to Cover that did her special editions? I thought her special editions were cute, so I think I read them to decide if it was.
I
worth
think
the
you did a Christmas book with Leah, like did a quick shot Christmas book with Leah.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
I've read a couple.
Anyway,
I don't remember her being obnoxious. We'll see.
We'll
I don't
see.
think I've read the one that we're reading.
thank you everyone for hanging out with us this evening and reading Spring Fever by Mary Kay Andrews. I appreciate
Fling.
you all. Oh, Spring Fling? Fever.
Spring fever.
Spring Fever.
Is it Spring Fever?
Spring
Yeah.
Fever. Spring
Oh.
Fever.
I had it wrong. Cool. the
Well,
whole
I just
time.
called it everything, like Spring Fling, Spring Fever. It was about spring.
Perfect.
Anyway, until next time, everyone, happy reading.
Find us on Instagram at Buzzing About Romance or on Twitter at Buzzing Romance. If you like the podcast, please leave a review. If you'd like to support us directly, join the Bookcase and Coffee Patreon and receive exclusive content only available to Patreon members. Check out bookcaseandcoffee.com for our on-the-shelf show notes.